shall happen in their watch. What is the problem?
The ANC is captured.
Okay.
By the system.
Eish.
A system that they went to exile to fight against. And the system has managed to turn them into neo-colonialists and neoliberals and people who are now anti-Black. The ANC is scared to take a position and represent Black people. The DA is not scared of taking a position that is pro-liberal and pro-white capital. The ANC doesn't want to take that posture and support things that are Black and support their own.
Why is that?
If then we are not supported by them, who then will support us?
Why is the ANC afraid to take that posture?
Because it's trying to please everyone. And you can't. And it seems like it is indebted to capital. It has allowed capital to infiltrate it and the politics of it to be controlled by money. Now, he who feeds you controls you. Then the question is, who controls the policies of the ANC? Is the donors, is the people who pump in the money. And those people who pump in the money is not Black people. It's not Black capital. Because we don't have Black capital. This means that it is then white monopoly capital, which will always pursue to protect the status quo, which is white privilege. Now, the ANC has now become the biggest defenders of white privilege.
For example?
For example, they had failed to produce Black billionaires. The apartheid government intentionally made the white Boer hegemony in farming. They made the farmers. They were building the silos for the farmers for free. They were building the railroads to the farms. They made these people. They were giving them the land. We have failed to do that. We have failed to build our own institutions that we can pride ourselves. They have also allowed the history of the country to fade, because the history of where we come from, the brutality and the pain of apartheid must never go out of our tongue, because it makes us to be who we are. It gives us the strength to continue fighting. But the Jews will never stop talking about Holocaust.
Of course.
They will never, under no circumstances. Because it's what makes them to be who they are, and it makes sure that it is never repeated again. We have stopped talking about apartheid. Our own children, now when you speak about that, oh my gosh, hey, apartheid is gone. Because it means we have failed to keep our history and to teach it with the purpose that the history, the past, prepares the future. And now, we have lost. We don't know who we are and where we come from. That's where the lack of patriotism comes from. That's why anyone can come in South Africa and take over the land, the spazas, and strive. Because South Africans, there's something that is lacking. The indoctrination. A nation gets indoctrinated to think in a certain way. They don't just wake up and think in a certain way. Russians never woke up and became Russian. Their history of the wars and on that made them to be who they are. They are always reminded that the world hates you. You need to stick to each other. That's what is lacking here. You look at even the if you go to the stock exchange, white people under the Black government have made more money than they made during apartheid. They are striving under the Black government than they strived during apartheid. That's what I'm saying, that these chaps have become the biggest defenders of white monopoly capital. It is the Black government that slaughtered people in Marikana. It was defending capital when they slaughtered those people there. They've become the biggest defenders. It's the Black government that is not giving its Black poor people free education to protect competition. against the white people.
But